True Sports episode 97
Ooh.
is on. I'm Taylor Phillips. He's Louis Tenor. Ed Smith and I did it. Ed Smith rejoined me last night on the Michigan on my other show, the Michigan Sports Truth podcast, and we discussed a lot, including Mel Tucker's
Yeah.
106-page letter that claiming new evidence. I don't think it's true. That's like
Yeah.
it's like yeah, that new evidence stuff proved to be wrong. I'll bet.
Yeah.
That's what I've been hearing on X.
Right.
Pierce Johnson coming in with a 2-6 record, 4.02 ERA in the regular season, comes on to pitch for the Atlanta Braves. Trey Turner
Forget it.
is on first for the Phillies,
Yep.
who lead the Braves 3-1. Bottom 7, Turner on first, 2 out. First pitch is a curveball low, ball 1. Alec Boehm is 0 for 3, hit into a double play his last at bat.
Ooh.
And there was a wild pitch. Turner, I believe, was bluffing, and then
I thought so too.
but that wild pitch allowed him to take second. It's 2-0 on Boehm.
Ooh.
Curveball this close to being a strike, but just over the top of the zone, a hair high. 3-0.
Uh-huh. Whoops.
Johnson delivers. Oh man, almost hit him. Ball 4. That's another curveball.
Yeah. And I got
And Boehm draws a walk. Phillies on first and second and 2 out. Phillies lead 2 games to 1 and 3-1 in game 4.
Yep. I can't believe it. All 3 top teams in the division is going down. I don't believe it.
Yeah. Oh wait, I'm still subscribed. I'm still subscribed to NFL Plus thus far. But it's subscribed.
Oh.
But it's gonna be up soon, thankfully. Chiefs lead the Broncos 16-0.
Whoa. Oh.
That is on Amazon Prime Video.
Yep.
Pass dropped by 84 red.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mahomes
Could have made it.
Thought the receiver should have caught that ball, and the receiver's down. Stott at bat, swing and a miss, 1-2. That's it. Johnson's curveball made Stott go fishing there. It's 1-2.
Yeah, hook, line, stinker.
Oh, that's a curveball, not a sinker.
No, I mean, hook, line, sinker. That's an old expression.
I know. Swing and a miss on another curveball. Johnson keeps throwing curveball after curveball after curveball and finally gets someone out. Got Stott out. Bryson Stott. And at the end of 7, It's 3-1 Phillies, and the Broncos Chiefs game is in commercial break right now, early in the fourth. 16-0 Chiefs. Of course, the Broncos are a team the Broncos are like dead horses.
Oh
So
yeah.
it's now let's uh, let's get your first portion of your true sports report going on, Lewis. Go ahead.
Okay, this is not going to be a dead horse. Okay, we got a battle here, even though it's a preseason game, as the Nuggets and Bulls are going to a second overtime, tied at 119. Joey is at 17.6 rebounds, and Zach LaVine 17 points and 3 steals. Good game. I didn't see that coming. Okay, at almost at the end of the first, Spurs lead the Blazers 36-31. Booker has 16 points and Grant has 9 points. It's 148 to go in the first quarter. All of us are final as the Magic beat the Cavaliers 108-105. Wagner had 18 points and Garland had 19 points. The Pistons over the Thunder 128-125. Wiseman had a double-double of 20 points and 10 rebounds, while Dot had 24 points. Wizards over the Hornets 98-92. Rozier had 13 points, 2 assists, 6 rebounds. Kobe, 12 points, 4 steals. The Hawks over the Grizzlies 103-102. Aldemar had 22 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. Young, 20 points. Nets over a Russian team called Rihanna, 135-103. Bacon at 17 points. Gills the third, 16 points, 10 rebounds. I have something interesting news about that coming up. And the Rockets pounded the Pelicans 120-87. Smith had 22 points, 9 rebounds. McCollum, 17 points. More later.
Oh man, top 8. Oh, I was focusing on the Suns Trailblazers game, and yeah, Game 4 is still in commercial break, but is it coming on back soon? It's coming back on now.
Yes.
Top 8, 3-1 Phillies in Game 4. Phillies lead the series 3-2. Jeff Moss DSR. One of the most disturbing things during Yzerman's tenure is how he seems to ignore analytics. Anyone who follows advanced metrics could have told you the Sherrod signing was going to be a disaster from day one. That second period tonight is horrific. The honeymoon is over. It was in a quote in Jordan Hayes' reply, said it 2 off seasons ago, got impatient with losing and pulled the plug on the rebuild too early. They don't have the elite talent to compete and don't have it coming in the pipeline. And the Blazers just took the lead over the Suns. I know that one does not count, but quite honestly, see McKinnon stepped out of bounds. 2-1 on Albies from Kimbrell's a curveball just a little outside. Albies batting left-handed. 3-1 the count. Third and 17 for the Chiefs. Albies swings and fouls one off. 3-2 the count. Chiefs almost get the first down with over 10 minutes to go in the fourth. Rasheen Rice makes it a 4th and short situation. And the Chiefs are going to switch to their punting unit. And the catcher calls time.
Yeah.
Chiefs have it 4th and 3. And they're going to punt it away with 9:33 winding down in the fourth quarter. Caught at the 26-yard line. How about Nick Castellanos? 2 home runs.
Yeah.
Albie swings and drives one to fairly deep dead center field.
Ah.
Well, gets under it,
Yeah.
kind of.
What a catch, though, in the 7th inning, though, by the Phillies.
Saw that one.
Oh.
1 out. Austin Riley is up next. 2 for 3 with a solo home run and a single. .375 average in the postseason. 2 home runs, 3 RBIs. He's got a hot bat.
Not bad. Not bad.
First pitch, strike on the outside corner on a fastball. 0-1. 1st and 10, Broncos. Play action, Russell Wilson passes. Complete at the Chiefs 40 and taken out of bounds inside the 40 by Sutton. The 0-1, strike called, 0-2. Come on, Riley. You got that hot bat. Keep using it.
Don't cool off now.
Yeah. Got to help your own cause.
Well,
The
your season
0-2
is
is a
over.
little bit high at 95 on the gun. At 95 on the gun, 1-2. 1st and 10, Broncos from the Chiefs 40. And a carry up the middle for 6 up the right hash mark. 1-2, swing and a miss. 4-seam fastball outside, just a little off the outside corner. And Austin Riley strikes out swinging. Man, he almost got a piece of it. Might have been a foul tipped at the glove.
Ugh.
And the Broncos get a first down. Yeah, the Broncos are finally moving the ball down the field. And Craig Kimbrell will take the hook and grab some pine as the Phillies make a pitching change. Broncos and Chiefs is still on. Oh, man, that was close to a late hit.
Yeah.
65 passing yards, 115 rushing yards, 180 total yards of total offense by the Broncos. 1st and 10, Broncos from the Chiefs 27. Handoff, no gain. 7:28 winding down, fourth quarter. Chiefs 16, Broncos nothing. It's still a 2-possession game. You can score 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions to tie it at 16.
Yes.
Yeah, you know that, of course. Seven minutes to go. 2nd and 10. Wilson in the pocket, throws far short side, caught. Inside the 25 to the 22, McLaughlin. Oh gosh, I had it on mute. It's a gain of 5, 3rd and 5, with 6:32 winding down in the fourth quarter.
Okay.
Russell Wilson will operate from the shotgun. 2 tight ends to the left, 2 tight ends to the right, or 2 receivers left, 2 right. Wilson being rushed out of the pocket, throws. Contact near the goal line, no flag. There is a flag. Pass is incomplete. Personal foul, roughing the passer. Roughing the passer on the Chiefs. Oh my goodness.
Oh boy.
On Edwards, number 21.
The old roughing the passer play.
Yeah, that's Matt Olson is up next against Gregory Soto, another former Tiger. And the Bronco, by the way, the Broncos get that fresh set of downs, like I was going to mention. 6:11 left, fourth quarter.
Oh.
Wilson throws in the pocket. It's caught. Is it inbounds or no? They say Sutton is out of bounds,
Yeah.
but he's claiming he's inbounds for a touchdown. Oh man, he made a one-armed grab, got both feet down. Did he maintain possession? That's the question. Oh man, that might
I don't know.
that might look like a touchdown. That might look like a touchdown. Meanwhile, Matt Olson is out at first, but Bryce Harper is. Oh man, that was a collision.
Oh.
And the Broncos are going to challenge that last play.
Yeah.
That was a ground ball to second, thrown to first, and for the out. But Olsen accidentally clipped Bryce Harper by accident.
Oh.
Bryce Harper is favoring his right arm, and that is not good.
Uh-oh.
We're going to focus on this one while the Broncos and Chiefs game is in commercial break.
Okay. All right.
Oh man.
Yeah. I think they're both commercial break.
Yeah. It's going to go into commercial break now, but Bryce Harper is taken off the field. But at least he's not severely injured. But
thank goodness.
Yep. All right, continue on.
You don't want that this time of year, especially. Okay, we do have some games tomorrow on the NBA schedule, as the Miami Heat will take on the San Antonio Spurs at 7:30. That's on TNT. And in the Dallas, California, the Warriors will take on the Lakers at 10. Okay, moving on to the ice now. The NHL. We're in a shootout now, as the Blues and the Stars are tied at 1. The Wild just beat the Panthers 2-0. At the midway in the first period, the Sharks and Knights are scoreless. All the rest are final, as the Rangers beat the Sabres 5-1. Kreider, Panarin, and Matrikis scored for the Kreider and Panarin score for the Rangers. The Flyers over the Blue Jackets 4-2. Devils over the Red Wings 4-3. Sorry. Hughes, Vanchek, and Hamilton did the damage for the Devils. And the Predators over the Kraken 3-0.
Jack Hughes scored 2 goals. Alex DeBrincat scored his first goal as a Red Wing. That go-ahead goal that put the Devils back up 3-2. Rasmussen should have blocked that shot. Yes. If not, then Husso should have made that save.
Exactly. A light night on the schedule tomorrow, as
touchdown
as
Broncos.
Count it. Okay.
I told you it could have been a touchdown, and it is.
Yeah. Fooled me.
Yeah, Sutton made a one-handed grab. One-arm grab. An octopus arm. Now the Broncos are going to go for 2 with 6:07 left to play, fourth quarter. Chiefs rush 7. Handoff up the middle, and the 2-point conversion is good. by Williams, and it's a one possession game.
Me too.
And it's 16-8 Chiefs with 6:07 left to play in the fourth quarter.
Hang on, folks.
Thursday
This
Night
game's not over yet.
Football. The Denver Broncos, out of all teams,
Yeah.
meanwhile, Bonham ain't. Johnson throws a curveball a little outside, 1-0 to JT Realmuto. Swinging a foul, 1-1. That roughing the passer penalty on Edwards proved really costly. Swing and a miss on a curveball by Realmuto, 1-2. Johnson throws his very effective curveball very often.
Yeah.
1-2. Curveball popped, chipped in the air toward right. That's where Acuna Jr. camps under it, makes the catch. 1 up, 1 down. Iglesias warms up in the Braves bullpen. 1st and 10, Mahomes throws to Kelsey complete at about the 28-yard line. Kelsey is down, but he gets up, but he's limping. And he'll have to limp off the sideline. Oh, man. Almost, yeah, his knee might have been slightly twisted. And there's a line drive by Castellanos into left field for a sharp single. 2nd and 7. Mahomes going to scramble and keep it. Gets out of bounds near the first down marker, but short. 3rd down. 5:17 left to play. Broncos have all 3 timeouts left. Chiefs have all 3 timeouts left. First pitch to Brandon Marsh, 2 for 3 is a curveball high. 1-0. Brandon Marsh, 2 for 3 with 2 singles. 1-0. Curveball on the outside corner for strike 1. 1-1. 1st and 10 Chiefs. Rashid Rice, wide open. 1-1. Brandon Marsh swings and misses at another curveball. 1-2. Again, that curveball being very effective. Chiefs have it 1st and 10 at the Broncos 39. There's a handoff to Isaiah Pacheco. The Pachinko ball takes it up the middle to the 35 with under 4 minutes to go. Check swing, he went through, didn't he? Yes, he did. Brandon Marsh. 2 up, 2 outs, and Nick Castellanos remains on first. Nick Castellanos, 2 home runs and a single. Castellanos is a savage.
Yes.
And the Braves make a pitching change that they will bring in Iglesias to the mound with Rojas waiting up next. Meanwhile, 2nd and 6. A catch is made for a first down by Moore with 3:10 winding down, 4th quarter. First and 10 Chiefs again. 3:04 left, fourth quarter. Chiefs 16, Broncos 8. I think there's a timeout being called. Wilson's throwing 12 of 20. I missed my home stats, sorry. Chiefs had him on the Broncos 23. Hand off to Isaiah Pacheco, going to go in around right. Going to get tackled for a 2-yard loss by Simmons. Broncos call a timeout. Oh, man. Pacheco had a wide open hole up the middle. Why did he go in around right? Man.
Yeah.
Broncos now have one timeout remaining. 2:59 left to play. Clock is paused at 2:59 left to play, fourth quarter. Rafael Iglesias warms up on the mound for the Braves in a pitching change. 33 of 37 save opportunities in the regular season, 58 games, 2.75 ERA. Mahomes shovel pop pass, and they get inside the 25 again. It was 2nd and 11. Now it's 3rd down and 10. 2:43 winding down fourth quarter. Castellanos on first, 2 out. Bottom 8, Phillies lead 3-1. Mahomes in the shotgun now. More in motion from the left, and Mahomes is going to get sacked outside the 35 at about the 36, maybe the 37 by Allen of the Broncos. It's going to be 4th and way long. 2:02 left. Broncos will let the clock wind down to the 2-minute warning.
Okay.
That makes a field goal attempt even more difficult, even longer.
Yeah.
Rojas faces an 0-2 count. Is down the count 0-2 against Rafael Iglesias. The 0-2 swung on and popped up foul toward the seats, toward the booth.
Okay.
For the media booth. Still 0-2 on Rojas. One, two. Curveball low and outside. And it's 1-2. And Rojas swings and misses for strike 3, and that is the 8th. That's the 8th inning. And both games are a commercial break.
Okay, continuing on. Another score update. The Suns are leading the Blazers 63-53 with 3:01 to go in the second. And we have another final as the Bulls beat the Nuggets 133 to 124 in double overtime. So congratulations. So that takes care of that. Over to the hockey side now. The Wild beat the Panthers 2-0, and the Stars beat the Blues 2-1 in a shootout. I'm not doing the standings now. It's way too early, but we will go to tomorrow's schedule, which is also a light one, as it usually is on Fridays, though. So, we already did that. So we'll just check on other things right now.
Yeah.
Actually, the college ones are still in place. So we'll get to that a little bit. Quick headline to mention here: a criminal summons was issued for Hornets for Miles Bridges for violating a domestic violence protective order, misdemeanor child abuse, and injury to personal property, according to the copy of the summons that was obtained by ESPN. The alleged incident that led to the issue of the summons At around 9 p.m. local time, Bridges resides in Charlotte as residence um, to a police report obtained by ESPN. The summons itself is a series of custody exchange between Bridges and his former girlfriend, whom he shares 2 children with her. Bridges is accused of throwing billiards in his girlfriend's car, and to make it even worse, the children were inside the vehicle. He smashed the window and leaving dents in the car, according to the summons. He is also accused of threatening her if she told the police that he would take the kids and withhold child support, and that is allowed. And he allowed his new girlfriend to yell, scream, and kick the victim's car with the children inside of it. The summons did not state if his former girlfriend was in the car. A hearing is scheduled for November 13th. My goodness.
All right. The kick is up,
Wow.
and it is good. And it's 19-8 Chiefs with 155 left to play, fourth quarter.
Ah.
This is like almost. That was like over 50 yards.
Hmm.
That field goal attempt. Wow.
Yeah, wow.
Top 9. Phillies have a chance to close it out. Bryce Harper is still out there.
Ooh. I don't know. Is that the only thing that's taking a risk? I mean, he was injured, so you think he's
Marcell Ozuna.
never mind.
Yep. Takes a curveball low. Well, 2-1. Fastball strike at 99, 2-2 on the outside corner.
Uh-huh. Ooh.
Two high. 3-2.
Whoops.
Murphy on deck. First and 10 Broncos. 155 left. Wilson in the shotgun with one setback. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Wilson. Snap, drops back, throws in one-man
Oh.
coverage, incomplete. Broken up nicely by Edwards. And Marcell Ozuna draws a walk.
Uh-oh.
Payoff pitch was outside. Murphy takes strike 1. Pitch looked a hair outside, but too close for comfort.
Yeah.
Chiefs take over. The Chiefs force a turnover. Gay comes up with it.
Oh.
Here's a ground ball through the hole into right field for a single. Ozuna motoring to third. He slides. He's in there. And the Braves have runners on the corners with nobody out. Uh-oh. Oh man. Oh yeah, it was a fumble
Whoops.
by Williams, recovered by the Chiefs. Yeah, recovered by apparently Gay, and the Chiefs are going to take a knee and wrap this thing up. They're going to win 19-8.
Oh.
He's safe. Ozuna is safe at third. Jaguars and Saints next Thursday at 7. Or with Thursday Night Football tonight. TNF tonight. Yeah, Jaguars and Saints at 8 o'clock. Jaguars are 3-2. Saints are 3-2. Yeah, he's safe. And Gregory Soto is going to get pulled here. Phillies make yet another pitching change. They want another lefty. Runners on the corners, nobody out. 45 seconds tick down. Chiefs are going to win 19-8. All right, so that game's over with. So
Okay.
continue.
Okay. For you Devils fans out there, I got some good news. As the Devils have signed head coach Lindy Ruff to a multi-year extension after leading the team to their first playoff series since 2012. The announcement came yesterday. Ruff had been signed through at least through this season in terms of the deal, though were not disclosed. I'm always the last to know anyway. This young and exciting team has developed and strived under Lindy's leadership since he joined the organization, said Devils managing partner David Blitzer. He said in his statement, Lindy is one of the most winningest coaches in NHL history, and his extension is well deserved. Ruff leads all active coaches with 834 wins and is 15 away from tying Ken Hitchcock for fourth with 849, and is one of only 6 coaches with 800 wins. Ruff was hired by the Devils in 2020 to take over a pathetic rebuilding team, which had paid off and have gone 98, and 24 in 3 seasons. After an early rough start to last season, when they won a rough fire from the Devils then found their footing and ended up with 112 points on the season, 49 more than the previous season before that, and defeated the Rangers in the first round of the playoffs, but lost to the Hurricanes in the second round. The Devils over their season tonight against the Red Wings. Sorry. Oh boy, I knew I was going to be in for it though.
9-5, 3.29 ERA regular season. Matt Strom.
Yeah. Okay. Ooh.
Is warming up on the mound for the Phillies.
Yeah.
Interesting situation. Runners on the corners, nobody out for the Braves.
This could be dicey.
Pilar up next. Rosario on deck. Eddie Rosario, that is.
Yep.
Kevin Pilar, 0 for 2 with a walk. 192 average. 2 home runs, 8 RBIs this postseason. Check swing, curveball. Went through, strike 1. Curveball went through, strike 1. 0-1 the count. Strom delivers the 0-1. Hit in the air, popped up towards short. Trey Turner makes an easy catch on a very small pop up. 1 out. Big out for the Phillies.
Yeah.
And both Braves runners are forced to hold on their respective bases, first and third. Eddie Rosario up next. And Rosario gets under it. Shallow left. Baum camps under it, makes the catch, 2 out.
Yeah.
Braves threat is starting to fizzle all of a sudden.
Oh boy. So
Phillies are 1 out away from advancing to the NLCS.
Grissom.
And if they get it, barring any runs, they'll take on the Diamondbacks. Vaughn Grissom.
Who'd have thought that?
Pinch hits. 280 average, no home runs, 9 RBIs, 659 OPS. Not terrible, but not quite good enough to me.
No. I mean, RBIs are okay, but, you're not hitting home runs. So,
Right.
Iffy.
Now a full conference on the mound for the Phillies here.
Well, you got to play a strategy here.
Vaughn Grissom against Mark Strom. First pitch. Just barely a strike on the inside corner. Too close to take.
Yeah.
The 0-1. Low and inside. Ball 1. 1-1. Here, I gotta change this. I keep forgetting to change the friggin' banner. I apologize.
Uh-oh.
1-1. Right at the knees for strike 2. Try not to spoil it. Phillies are 1 strike away from advancing to the NLCS. Swinging a foul toward the right side, out of plate. Still 1-2. By the way, check out my other show on YouTube at the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast. The Michigan Sports Truth Podcast. Check swing. He went through just barely, and the Phillies are going to advance to the NLCS.
Yeah.
They win 3-1.
All right. And another division team goes down. Unreal.
Yep. All right.
Yeah.
Finish it off.
Okay. So, for those of you who just tuned in, the Braves go down to the Phillies 3-1. Suarez got the win, Strike got the loss, and Strom got the save. So we got the Final Four all set now. And it goes something like this. They'll face the Phillies will face the Arizona D-backs. That's I think that's Saturday. I think they'll begin on Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. And then on Sunday, we will have the other matchup as the Rangers take on the Astros, or as I call it, the Texas two-step. Oh boy. Yeah, I know I said Texas two-step. The Battle of Texas, and I just hope that the cheaters don't win. You know what I mean? All right, so on to the rest of the news of the day, and it goes like this. It's a good thing I put in other. Okay, the NHL has suspended Vegas Golden Knights forward Brett Howden for 2 games without pay for an illegal hit to the head of Seattle Kraken forward Brandon Tanev in Tuesday's opener. Howden will lose about $20,000 in pay, and the money will go towards the Players' Assistance Emergency Fund. Well, at least for a good cause. In the video explaining the reasoning behind the suspension, the NHL said that Howden's made Tevin a prime target and the hit was avoidable. The league also made the point that it was Howden's first offense in his pro career of 280 games. He was given a match play for the penalty for the hit, which occurred 6 minutes into period number 3 of the Knights' season opening victory. The Knights opened up the season on Tuesday and raising the Stanley Cup banner from the rafters. Brooklyn Nets head coach Chuck Vaughn said their opponent from Israel wanted to play the exhibition game tonight in Brooklyn, just days after the country was attacked by the terrorist group Hamas. Maccabi Rayana was opening a 3-game tour against NBA teams. Nets center Nick Claxton questioned yesterday on whether the game should be played because of the ongoing war that has killed more than 2,300 people. We feel for the players that are playing against Claxton. I don't know if we should play this game or not. When asked why he felt that way, Claxton replied, "Well, there are bigger things in the world going on than just basketball. However, Vaughn pointed out that canceling the game would not serve the wishes of the Israel National League. We have a point there. We have been in contact with Maccabi and said they had told us they want to play, said Vaughn. McNally will also visit the Cavaliers and Timberwolves during the U.S. visit. Last year, they played against the Clippers, Thunder, and Blazers in the preseason, and yes, that game was played tonight. Whether you think it was a good call or not, I'll let you people be the judge of that. The Greek Freak and Damian Lillard will both play in a preseason game on Sunday against the Lakers at the Crypto Arena, said by Bucks coach Adrian Griffin on NBA Today. Both players sat out the first two preseason games, but will suit up on Sunday for a matchup against LeBron and Anthony Davis. We want to see them out there live and in competitive play, Griffin said on NBA Today on Wednesday. This is an exciting time for us, but we are taking it one step at a time. As well you should. The Bucks acquired Lillard in a blockbuster trade from the Blazers a week before training camp, but has eased their stars into action during the preseason. Chris Middleton, who only played 33 games last year due to injuries, but still signed a new 3-year deal, has not played in the preseason and has not been a full participant at practice. Griffin did not provide any such clarity on the status of Middleton for Sunday's game. Although they have yet to appear in games together, the Greek Freak and Lillard have both actually, although they have yet to appear in games, the Greek Freak and Lillard have both practiced together. It's the first time in their careers they'll be along side by side with another superstar, a pairing that is exciting for the Bucks, even though Griffin anticipates a learning curve. Our practices have been very competitive, so we have the chance to match them up, said Griffin. They have not disappointed. The more we can get them playing together, the better. Well, we'll see when the season starts, pal. The Hornets have waived former first-round pick Kai Jones, general manager and president of operations Mitch Kopak announced yesterday. Jones, the 19th pick out of Texas in 2021, wrote on X, formerly known as Twitter, requested a trade from the organization. The Hornets declined to comment on Jones' post at the time. The Hornets announced that the forward/center would not join the team for camp after reports of bizarre behavior on social media from a video on Instagram Live and other criticism of his teammates on X. Jones will not be attending camp due to personal reasons, the statement read. There's currently not a timetable for his return. Out of respect of nature of the situation, the Hornets will make no further comments at the present time. Jones averaged 2.7 points, 2 rebounds, and 67 games for the Hornets last season. All right. Interesting note here. NBA Executive Vice President Joe Dumars said the league has communicated with the league and their players that we're emphasizing on playing 82-game seasons. That the league has data that has indicated the players' rest does not always translate into healthier players. I think given the conclusion that the data has shown that you had to rest a certain amount and justify players just sitting out, Dumars said in a conference call with national media. We have more data, and it does not show resting players correlates with lack of injuries or fatigue or anything like that, etc., etc. What it does show is that players may not be efficient on playing on the second of back-to-back nights, but in terms of injury and other things, like we thought it did not that prior, we got more data and realized that's not holding up very well. Dumars' comments came as the league is trying to increase participation among their top players heading into a new season. And also, the league is beginning to process on negotiating the new TV deal when the current one ends at the end of the 2024-25 season. The new player participation policy, which ties players winning the league's MVP award and other top individual artists to compete in at least 65 games, including a fine system for teams intentionally resting players without any injury issues. The new policy stems from an ongoing trend over the last several years as teams have placed a greater emphasis on resting players and attempt to avoid injuries, especially when it comes on back-to-back playing nights. Yeah. Of course, there's been a lot of controversy with that, but controversy never goes away. Got some sad news here, pretty much. ESPN hockey analyst Barry Melrose, who has been with the network since 1996, has announced he's been diagnosed with Parkinson's disease and is
Same as
retiring
Kirk
from the
Gibson.
network. Yeah. I have more than 50 amazing years between playing, coaching, and analyzing the world's greatest game of hockey. Now it's time for me to hang it up and focus on my health and family, including the support of my wife, Cindy, and whatever comes next, said Melrose in a statement. Before joining the network, he coached the LA Kings when Gretzky was on the team and led them to a Stanley Cup final. Unfortunately, they lost to Montreal in 5 games. Melrose stepped away from the network briefly in 2008 to coach the Tampa Bay Lightning for just a mere 17 games before returning to the network. He will be missed on the network for sure. The defending champion Denver Nuggets and the Boston Celtics were selected as co-favorites to win the NBA title. That according to the league's general managers. Yeah, right. The Nuggets and Celtics each picked up 10 of the 30 votes to win the title, followed by the Bucks with 7, the Suns getting 2, while the Clippers getting the last vote. Last season, the Bucks led the way with 43% of the vote. Continuing on. Not really surprised that the Nuggets and Celtics were selected to win their conferences. Behind the Nuggets in the West was the Suns in second, the Lakers third, Warriors fourth, the Clippers fifth, and the Grizzlies in sixth. Over on the East side, the Celtics were picked to finish first, followed by the Bucks, Cavaliers, Sixers, Knicks, and the Heat. Wow. Nikola Jokic was picked to win the MVP, and he was by the ESPN.com annual offseason survey last month, as well as a player and the league's general manager would pick to start a franchise with. And Victor Wembanyama was selected to be the Rookie of the Year. We'll see about that. In terms of player rankings, Stephen Curry was picked to be the best point guard, Devin Booker as the best shooting guard, Jason Tatum as the best small forward, and Giannis as the best power forward, and the Joker at center. Among the 5 players, Tatum was the only change as he surpassed Kevin Durant. Eric Spoelstra was picked to be the best coach, and Kings was credited with running the league's best offense. Yeah. Well, time will tell, of course. NHL forward Noah Gregor signed a 1-year deal worth $775,000 with the Toronto Maple Leafs. Gregor has joined the Leafs on a pro contract tryout prior to signing to camp. Last season, he recorded 17 points in 57 games with the San Jose Sharks. Gregor has 26 goals and 25 assists in 178 games since he was selected by the Sharks in the 4th round of 2016. Hornets guard James Bouknight was scheduled to undergo surgery yesterday, addressed a meniscus injury in his left knee. He suffered the injury in a practice session on October 5th, according to the Hornets, and we re-evaluated in about 4 weeks' time. Yeah. The number 11 draft pick of 2021, Bouknight has only appeared in 65 games in his first 2 seasons in the league and has averaged 5.1 points per game, 1.9 rebounds, and 1.0 assists in 12.6 minutes per game. Yeah. And Houston Rockets forward Dylan Brooks was ejected just 4.5 minutes into his first game for a flagrant 2 foul to the groin of Pacers center Daniel Theus on Tuesday night. Brooks said after the win, it was nothing that to be intentional to strike him. Yeah, but you still did anyway, bozo. I tried to navigate a screen, said Brooks to the Houston Chronicle. I might have tapped him below the waist, but I got right back up. I don't know. It's weird that way. It's weird. Every time. I don't know. It's weird what happens every time to me. I get picked on. I guess it's what my reputation. Brooks then said with the Grizzlies giving a similar explanation after he was injected for the same foul in Game 3 of the Western Conference Finals against the Lakers last season after hitting LeBron James to the groin. Ugh. The media is making me look like an enemy, as well as the fans, and it creates a whole different persona, Brooks said back in April. As for the injection, Brooks said for the flagrant foul, you have to know he's not doing this on purpose or intentional. That's what's really going on. That's really who I am. The ref, Mitchell Irvin, just shows that he doesn't know who I am as a person. He's only going off what is said. The Grizzlies opted against to re-signing Brooks in free agency this summer because of his antics, among other factors. He subsequently agreed to a 4-year, $80 million deal with the Rockets. Okay, continuing on. All right. It's the battle of the Lone Star State as the Astros will face the Rangers in the ALCS. Just one day after the Rangers won their division series, the Astros clinched their ticket by beating the Twins 3-1. The Astros relied on a formula that has brought them so much postseason success over the last 7 years and 2 World Series titles in that span, unfortunately. But now the Astros are facing a surging Rangers team after sweeping the Rays in the wildcard round and beat the Orioles in the division round. And both teams have never met in the postseason. Well, don't forget, at one time the Astros were in the National League. As I mentioned, there was a possibility that Travis Kelce, the Chiefs saying, might not be able to play tonight as he suffered a right ankle injury and was listed as questionable. But he was able to play tonight, as we saw. I have more on that. Cleese was in limited practice on Tuesday, which was their only practice of the week. He injured the right ankle in Sunday's win over the Vikings. He did, though, return in the second half and caught a touchdown pass. Quarterback Patrick Mahomes said on Tuesday that Cleese's effort was, quote, legendary. He has done well, said Coach Andy Reid. When asked how Cleese responded, he has a bit of treatment on it, so he's feeling a little better, which is good. So obviously it was good, otherwise we wouldn't be playing this night's game. Lions linebacker Alex Alazone's parents are among 50 people. Anzalone are among 50 people affiliated with the Naples, Florida-based church returning from Israel. Anzalone posted today on social media this morning that his parents are heading home. He sent out a thank you message to those who said prayers for his family. They posted on a social media site known as, X. His parents were in a Jerusalem hotel and vowed unprecedented offense against Hamas after the Islamic group fighters broke through the border fence on Saturday and stormed into the south region of the country. The war has now killed at least 2,200 people, and our prayers and thoughts are with you. All right, Yankee fans, get ready for this, although it shouldn't be surprised. New York Yankees owner Hal Steinbrenner says personal changes may be coming after 3 days of meetings last week and after their worst season since 1992. We're going to making changes. Some may be more stubborn than others, but I think we've uncovered some things that we can do better, Steinbrenner said yesterday during a panel discussion with team president Randy Levine. When asked by the Associated Press afterward of what changes could be made, Steinbrenner said anything is possible. There are more discussions to be had. The Yankees failed to qualify for the postseason for the first time since 2016. They finished with a record of 82-80, their worst record in 31 years, despite a $281 million payroll and a luxury bill of $31 million. But as I said in the past, it doesn't matter what your payroll is. If you're not getting the results, it means nothing. Steinbrenner said in a group of 15 officials met in Tampa Bay last week. At times, things were a bit dicey, but we're always respectful, Steinbrenner said. And there was not one stone left unturned from the health of the team. We are doing in the clubhouse, the culture, what we do in the weight room, and there is enough communication in the room for everyone. Brian Cashman, general manager since 1998, agreed in December to a 4-year contract. Aaron Boone took over as manager in 2018, still has one more guaranteed year on his $3 million 3-year deal with an option for 2025. Steinbrenner filled team captain Aaron Judge during a meeting at Yankee Stadium and planned to speak with ace pitcher Garrett Cole. This could be interesting, folks. Yeah. Moving on here. All right. The Denver Broncos are about to part ways with pass rusher Frank Clark, whether by trade or releasing him, sources told ESPN today. Clark agreed to a restructured deal yesterday, giving him back more than $1.6 million in guaranteed money and perhaps making his contract more attractive on the trade market. Clark is the second pass rusher to part ways with Denver in the last few days. Late last week, the Broncos traded Randy Gregory to the 49ers. Clark, in his first season with the Broncos, however, has appeared in only 2 games due to injury. He was already declared out for tonight's game against the Chiefs with an illness. They did not say what the illness was. He joined the Broncos after being released by a chief in March after failure to agree on a reworked contract with his agent. Clark played in 58 regular season games with the Chiefs in 4 seasons, where he played defensive end and recorded 23.5 sacks. Clark played in 12 postseason games, where he did his best work, and recorded 10.5 sacks. During his time with the Chiefs, he was selected to the Pro Bowl 3 in his 4 seasons there. Before that, he played his first 4 seasons with the Seahawks, also in the same position, and had recorded 58.5 sacks and 14 forced fumbles in over his 9-year career in the NFL. Very good. Moving along, and yeah, Dave Roberts, it was nice, but your time is up. Ain't that the truth? Okay. Met shortstop Francisco Lindor is receiving surgery to remove a bone spur from his right elbow. The 4-time All-Star and 2-time Gold Glove winner is expected to be ready by training camp, so Mets fans relax, okay? The surgery was performed on Tuesday in New York by Dr. David Alchek in New York City on Tuesday. During the season, Lindor batted .254 with 31 home runs and 31 stolen bases with 98 RBIs in 160 games, meaning he did miss 2. Just 2, that's all. The Miami Dolphins have placed running back Devon Achane on injured reserve after suffering a knee injury. Achane missed at least the next 4 games, which are played against the Panthers, Eagles, Patriots, and Chiefs. And the 4th game we played in Germany. With the Dolphins in week 10 having a bye, the earliest he could return is in week 11 against the Raiders at home.
Come on, you're in the way.
Is that me or?
This is
Okay.
regular fist.
Continuing on. So he'll be. Okay.
Screw it.
He sustained the injury in Sunday's win over the Giants. He rushed for 151 yards, 11 carries, and scored on a 76-yard touchdown run. Achane was highly effective in his first 4 games with the Dolphins. Hits 460 yards, and second in the league only to Christian McCaffrey, and his 12.1 yards per carry is nearly 5 yards greater than his nearest opponent, his nearest player, Breece Hall of the Jets, at 7.2. His yards per carry are the most in NFL history for the first 5 games of the season. On the strength of Achane's performance over the last 3 weeks, the Dolphins led the league in passing, rushing, and scoring while accumulating the most yards through 5 games in NFL history. That's a pretty good statement right there.
Alright, Hell Knights.
To continue on,
See you later.
without a Cheney in the lineup, Raheem Morset, the league's co-leading in rushing touchdowns, is in line for a heavier workload. The Dolphins will also activate the practice window for running back Jeff Wilson, who spent the last 4 weeks on the injured list with multiple injuries. The Dolphins signed running back Jake Funk to the practice squad on Tuesday as he cleared waivers on Monday after being released by the Colts. Bad news, though, for Colts quarterback Anthony Richardson as he went on the reserve injured list yesterday, meaning he'll miss at least the next 4 games with a right shoulder injury. Richardson suffered an AC joint sprain in Sunday's win over the Titans. The Colts have been in extensive consultation with doctors to determine the length of his absence, and now could be out as much as 8 weeks, depending on his rehab and if surgery will be needed. A source told ESPN on yesterday. If Richardson were to miss only 4 games, they'd be against the Jaguars, the Browns, the Saints at home, and a road game against the Panthers. After that 4-game stretch, the Colts will play a game in Germany against the Patriots, followed by a bye in Week 11. Colts head coach Shane Steichen said yesterday, if there's still a possibility that Richardson could miss the rest of the season. Steichen replied, that has not been ruled out. Ugh. So that could be a problem right there. Gardner Minshew will be the starter in the rematch. The Jaguars won the opener 31-21. Minshew came in relief of Richardson against the Titans and finished with 11 of 14 passes for 155 yards in 2+ quarters of action. Minshew has seen plenty of action early this season because of medical conditions surrounding Richardson. The backup has completed 68.7% of his 83 pass attempts for 553 yards, and has not thrown an interception yet this season. Yeah. So that's pretty much good news right there. All right. Let's see here. The New York Jets are looking for options for a wide receiver, Melcorn Hardman. That includes a potential trade, league source told ESPN on Tuesday. Hardman was inactive Sunday and was not in the plans despite signing a 1-year, $4 million deal with an upside of $5.5 million. The Jets had to adjust their offense since quarterback Aaron Rodgers went down with an Achilles injury in just 4 plays in the season opener. Oh dear. With Zach Wilson as quarterback, the Jets have averaged 182.2 passing yards per game through 5 games this season and is leaning heavily on Breece Hall. Hardman just has 1 catch for 6 yards in 4 games this season. He has only played in 24 snaps, including 2 on special teams. Oh, brother. I'm probably the best in the league. I'm probably the best in the league in space, said Hardman. Maybe the coach will see something different. I'm waiting for the opportunity to present myself. I think when I was with the Chiefs, I proved I was the most dangerous guy. Everyone was a dangerous guy on a jet sweep, or whether it would be an end round or on the screen. I think I proved year out that I was the player you needed to worry about. When asked by the coaches why he was not more involved, Hardman said, "There have been conversations. It's just more so, just comfortably, I believe. So we just have to keep on working and see what happens." The Jets signed Hardman on the same day they traded Elijah Moore to the Browns, but they built Hardman as a replacement for Braxton Berrios, who was released in a salary cap move. Berrios, who now plays for the Dolphins, was more known as a gadget receiver with the Jets. As it turns out, Xavier Gibson was used in that role. Hardman came to the Jets from the Chiefs. He played 8 games for the Chiefs last season, caught 25 passes for 297 yards and 4 touchdowns. He also rushed for 31 yards and 2 touchdowns. He missed the last 9 regular season games last year and the divisional playoff game with a pelvic injury. He did return for the AFC title game and caught 2 passes for 10 yards, but sat out the Super Bowl win over the Eagles. Hardman joined the Chiefs as a second-round pick in 2019. His best season was in 2021, where he had 59 receptions for 693 yards. Not bad. All right, so now we'll check some of the other scores from the leagues here. It's a busy night. It's a busy night in hockey. Well, sort of. As we're getting the swing of it now. Right now, the Knights and Sharks are tied, one apiece with 16:10 to go in the second quarter. NBA, the Suns now lead the leaders 87-78 with 2:59 to go in the third. Newark has 17 points, 8 rebounds, and Henderson has 16 points. We do have college football action to mention here, as we have West Virginia and Houston. And Houston beat West Virginia 49-41-39. Now, that's what I call a high-scoring affair. All right, so, we do have college football tomorrow, actually. So I'll just make that official here. It's a late night, of course. 3 games on the schedule. Nevertheless, I always like to mention it because it may involve some of your favorite teams. So, for tomorrow, it goes down like this. So, for tomorrow, we have Tulane versus Memphis at 7 o'clock. That's on ESPN. Fresno State, which was previously ranked, will play Utah State at 8. And the nightcap, Stanford will face Colorado at 10. That game was on ESPN as well. The Fresno State game versus Utah State is on CBS Sports Network. I don't know if you have it or not, but if you do, you might want to check it out. All right, so that wraps up my report for tonight. I'll turn it back over to you.
All right, that's episode 97. We'll be back Sunday night, actually Saturday night at 11. Actually, no, not Saturday night. Sunday night at 10:30.
All right.
Sunday morning, I gotta get up really early to work a 6 a.m. shift to 2:30.
Wow.
Well, I actually traded for it just so I can watch the Lions at 4 p.m. And celebrate my dad's birthday early on.
Oh, of course. Well, happy birthday, Dad.
Yep, it's going to be 4 days early when we celebrate it as a family.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so True Sports episode 98, Sunday night at 10:30. Until then, for Lewis, I'm Taylor, and remember, believe it or not, it's true sports. Ta-ta.
Good night, folks.